Welcome back to our Ideas for Innovation series. In this series, I'm going to tell you something about an innovative idea that we can implement in the public waste disposal systems that the municipality or the corporations are doing right now. How the efficiency can be improved much more further by a rewarding system, because it is the rewarding and the compensation system and incentivizing something is going to improve the process efficiency much more than just the advertisement and making people much more aware. It is this incentive system or the rating system or some kind of penalty, or whether it should be a penalty or an incentive. This is the way things work in this economic world. So let's see what is that idea today. For example, see, right now I see all these garbage collecting carriers. There's a small autos or the tempos that are coming around in our localities every morning to collect the household garbage. And you can, most of us, we know that, though there is an awareness they're creating by the audio and some information is passed on, it is going on in the speakers, sometime on and off, or there is a proper information there. But how many of us are following that, and how many of those people who are collecting the garbage are really enforcing that or even concerned about it? Like the garbage separation part, I heard today, the glass pots, the broken glass pots, or the porcelain pots, or if you have any batteries or any waste, cell phone chargers or electronic waste, or these things needs to be disposed separately. This is very, very important, right? The broken pieces of glasses and stuff like that, why should anybody or even the machineries to handle and segregate them at the waste management end? Why can't we segregate this? But it is because it's so casually it's not that we intently making these mistakes, but just it's become a very casual approach that we just put all of them together. Even the vegetable waste matter, any kind of waste matter, put them in a this you get the black garbage bag, green garbage bag from the supermarket, and you just put them all together, pack it, and one bundle of that just go and give it to them. So that is not at all great. I don't think even 1% of our people are able to segregate this waste at home before handing over it to them. Even in those cases where it is being handed over, I don't know if they are I don't think they are efficiently segregating them. Yeah, there are few broadly they are able to, maybe if there are some cardboards and stuff like that, they want to, they can sell it easily, and they are collecting it and segregating. Otherwise, broad classification happens just at that point of one moment when we are handing over, and that whoever is the person who is collecting at the tempo, garbage tempo, putting it in baskets. So though we have a classification of us 3 or 4 types of waste already, the municipality or corporation is recommending, but it is not efficiently happening. So how can we make this happen? That is what we are going to do today. And how can we make this efficient? By providing any incentive or recognition or penalizing. Okay, so this can be very, very interesting. So because, for example, randomly they have numbered these houses, and they are able to generate an electronic bill as well. Here, at least in Gurugram, I see this is happening, the electronic bill is happening. So if the houses can be mapped easily like that, digitized easily like that, and take for an example a particular locality, and the machine is going to this electronically, the programming can choose randomly, or the garbage collector can randomly choose a bag. Okay, this bag is going into the sorting pot. Okay, it will go into a machine at the facility, whatever they give, okay, a bundle of bag, it will go into the sorting machine, and the sorting machine is going to classify all those waste into different kinds of waste. Okay, if they are already giving sorted, then it is well and good. Okay, if they are not, still 1 bag or 2 bag or 3 bag, whatever they are giving, okay, it is going to be kept fed into that machine, and that machine is going to classify how much of the vegetable matter they have given, how much of this glass pots, broken glass pots, or batteries or electronic items. So this is going to classify and see how much, if people are able to not deliver the organic waste and make use of it locally, in their terrace gardens or in the small little gardens. If they have, there are houses plannedly made in Gurugram, for example, in Huda, all the Huda household zones that they have created, all the DLF areas that they have created. They have a systematic planning where they have to leave some space for green belt as well as some space before and behind or in front of the house. So they have to efficiently they may easily manage, not letting out the organic waste. Okay, the idea is not about penalizing somebody. Okay, let's the idea is about, there are people, a lot of people going for terrace gardens and properly making use of their gardens and spaces provided by the layout of the township. So I see practically here, we have a backyard and we have a front yard, as well as there is a grain belt. And in the last few months, I see that we can consciously, if we are conscious about this much bundle, I can say, like, okay, this much bundle of wastage. I would say about 2 kgs or 3 kgs of wastage every day. If you are consuming fruits and vegetables every day, 2 or 3 kgs of waste every day, you can avoid handing it over to the municipality. That means our packets have become this much small now, what we are handing over to the garbage people. So if somebody is doing like that, they should be rewarded, right? If they are only providing this much waste, and they can be accumulating points towards that, right? And they can be rewarded over a period of time. So if somebody is giving a load of waste, and it is all messed up, all the vegetable matters put together in smaller plastics, and then mixing up together with cooked waste and non-cooked waste, wooden waste and all those stuff, right? Recyclable waste, all of them mixed together. Then they get the lowest points, okay, or they give negative points. So this is some kind of reward system if they can get. And there are cards these days for everybody, right? So people can be provided cards like this, how efficiently they are, great scavengers of the earth, right? How efficiently, how eco-friendly they are from wherever they are living. If they can be given a credit card for being a great scavengers or being most efficient or more natural living persons, and if those credits can be claimed, for example, if they will be given by the municipality or the corporation, some kind of incentives, if they can be given, some lucrative incentive, if somebody is conscious about it, because arresting the problem at source is the only way and the only solution. It is not about letting people do whatever they want to do, and then you start building more and more bigger and bigger facilities to handle the drainage. So you let out all the for example, you let out all the kitchen water, toilet water and everything. You implement an elaborate underground drainage, and where are all these underground drainages are going? Have you ever thought where are these underground drainages are going to? So now, it is like, we don't have open ditches, anything, but we have like concealed everything. And then whatever you shower, whatever you brush and wash, and whatever you clean in the kitchen, washing and everything, and whatever clothes you wash, all the soap water, detergents, dishwash bars, and the toothbrush, toothpaste, soaps and everything, okay, where are they going? Into the drainage, and cleanly it is going out of the home and then going into the underground drainage. And where are these underground drainages heading to? Have you ever thought about it? Eventually it has to go, the underground drainage has to flow down and down, and then where? So the lowest part of our nearest part of our earth, from wherever we are living, is going to be the river, actually, isn't it? All the rain that it comes drain and collect towards the river, and any watery thing or anything, any liquid has to flow towards the flow of the terrain and then get collected into the river. Ultimately everything is going into the river, whether we confront it not, it is going into the river. And there are, like, all over the world it is the same. There is no other way to do it, like, yes, we can be like segregating, before it is let out in the river. If the country is super efficient or the city is super efficient in management, they like completely process this water and then segregate the solid waste from that, hazardous waste out of it, separate hazardous waste, and recycle this water and send out this water, recycled water, into the river, pure, like little bit purified, not so hazardous. So these kind of things are there, but what do we ultimately do? Like, you can do whatever you want at our home and let out everything in the drainage, and the load at the point where it has to be cleaned before letting out into the natural water resources, it is going to be humongous load, isn't it? And again, to clean those load, we have to, once again, tons and tons of chemicals we are using. It's not that it is like naturally, organically, or you have some methods that you are doing already. No, it is not. It is really, really tons and tons of chemicals has to be used to kill all those whatever, as the entire city's load of waste. Even the, I forgot to tell you, these days there are no septic tanks in the homes, the traditional septic tanks where you collect all the latrines and stuff like that. This is going away very much, very fast, and it is gone away in all the developed countries. And in the developing countries like India, it is very much moving away. So you can just directly connect all your waste, the latrine waste, also into the drainage. So you can imagine, like, the bathing detergents, the dishwashing detergents, the latrines waste, human waste, and all the cleaning, floor cleaning, or whatever it is, everything is going into this, and we are going to purify it, like, before discharging into the river. And it has to be discharged into the river, there is no other go. So how are we going to handle these things? So where I was trying to come to is, arresting the problem at source is much more sensible, much more meaningful process than dealing that, allowing it to create. So that is where we are coming to. So if you are not going to appreciate, incentivize, and reward the people who are arresting the problem at source, and encourage more and more people to practice it, that is the most efficient way, isn't it? You don't get more load, more problems to solve. You avoid problems to begin, you avoid problems at the source. So this is the very important thing that we need to do at this point of time. And we can easily design systems, especially, it can be started with smaller localities. For example, most efficient wherever it is, for example, here in the Gurugram, DLF, or the Huda, everything is planned. The areas are planned, sector wise. The sector 1, 2, 3, it goes up to 100 sectors, and the DLF phase 2, 3, 4, 5 it is. So like this it goes on, and each place has a market, and each place is laid very well, and then it is spanning up to over, like, of a radius. I think in my experience it can be spanning over a radius of 6 to 7 kilometers easily. Yeah, a diameter of about 15 kilometers easily. These sectors can be, or even more than that, actually. So such a well planned area. So it can be definitely, like, in your own cities, even if it is a smaller town or place, it should be, the corporation commissioners and the collectors and all the people in this public sanitation department should think about it and come up with some kind of a rewarding system, or as a state government itself can come up with some kind of system, or the private companies who deal with handling the waste can also come up with some kind of system to reward, so that this is becoming, we are not problem creators, and we become like arresting problem at source, becoming more conscious, and we are problem avoiders. We don't recklessly allow and unconsciously create hundreds and hundreds and thousands of problems, and then allow looking for somebody else to solve them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see somebody materializing this idea and making use of it for the benefit of the whole world, and becoming one with the nature. Yeah. So in nature you see, except human beings. Is there an elephant? Is there an ant? Is there a worm? Or is there a cow, goat, or a tiger, or a tree, or insect, or anything? Are they anybody leaving any kind of waste that is like that cannot merge with nature or cannot go together with the nature, and which is hazardous, and which needs it further treatment, and then even then it cannot be like fully like absorbed by the atmosphere or good for the atmosphere or the landfill. No such thing, right? Everything, like a cow dung is a great manure, and it nurtures hundreds of thousands, millions of microbiomes, and then in turn it also nourishes all the plants and animal, like all the plants and the entire vegetative kingdom. Yeah, the same. Every kind of animal, every kind of animal, its consumption system and its excretory items are going well together with, supporting and nourishing some other organisms. So that is how the nature is created. Only the humans, we are like standing out totally away from this cycle, and then creating lot of issues for those which, though they do not even know like why they are suffering, right? A bird knows that why they are suffering? All the rays, that all the towers and all the activities we have on the in the atmosphere, that all the flights, a network of flights and everything, does any of these beings know? You see a lot of animals conflict and so many other things, they do not even know like why is it happening, what is happening to them. So it is time that we do something about it, start doing something about it. Yeah.